We'll have an oil spill cleanup job for you. Come check out our job fair.
The president of Kinder Morgan Canada, Ian Anderson, is inside the convention center doing a keynote speech for an industry luncheon. And we just wanted to be here as a welcoming committee, basically. We're doing sort of a lighthearted mock job fair. Basically, we're offering people jobs, helping with the cleanup response to an oil spill. When it comes to the shipment of oil and the export of oil through our coastal waters, it's really not a matter of if there'll be a spill, but when a spill will happen. And of course, there's not a heck of a lot of jobs for people in BC when it comes to these kind of projects. There's a little bit of work in building a pipeline, but once you've got it, really there's just a lot of money to be made for these big companies like Kinder Morgan, based out of Houston, Texas. But there's really not a heck of a lot of money for anybody in British Columbia. And even if there was, there's a tremendous amount of risk, and the price that we would pay if there was an oil spill would be really, really high in terms of human health and in terms of the environment, and really just the impact on our province overall. Kinder Morgan just announced this week that they're talking about expanding their pipeline, actually twinning the size of their pipeline, which would mean almost up to 300 very large tankers moving through Burrard Inlet. And we've almost heard nothing about it in the general public up till now. Meanwhile, up north, there's this huge response, 4,000 people, more than 4,000 people coming out to to speak at these public hearings around the Enbridge pipeline. It's probably one of the biggest environmental issues in the history of our province, along with maybe Clackamas Sound or something of that nature. And Kinder Morgan, I think, is trying to slip under the radar.
We're going to send more tankers headed to California and China carrying tar sands crude oil. We know there's going to be oil spills, and we know that will create jobs for people like you. And I know that in this economy, it's tough to find work. And so this is an industry that's going to keep getting jobs. We're not going to have one oil spill. We're not going to have two oil spills. We'll have oil spills consistently for as long as there's tankers in the harbor. Who needs a job? And then another thing that's really important is to try and trick the people in the communities who've been affected into signing waivers that waive all their rights to any sort of compensation.
So walking around and lying to people.
Yeah. So why don't you
that.
sign up? We'll let you know the different options we have available.
Right.